Welcome back to the Pursuit of Purpose podcast. We're at my desk again for another episode, and today we're going to dig into one of the most overlooked truths about leadership. You can be a leader of none until you become a leader of one. That one, it's you. Before we try to influence a team, a company, or a community, we must first master the art of leading ourselves with integrity, discipline, and character. Leadership is not about titles. It's not about the corner office or the number of people reporting to you. Leadership starts in the mirror. So let's start with a story. John Wooden, the legendary UCLA basketball coach, was known for building champions. But here's the detail most people miss. On the very first day of practice, Wooden didn't start with plays or drills or strategy. He taught his players how to put on their socks. Why? Because he knew that leadership and performance start with the basics. Blisters from poorly worn socks could sideline a player, and he wanted them to learn discipline in the small things. That's self-leadership. Integrity in the details. So how do we begin? Step one, own your habits. Self-leadership is not one big decision. It's thousands of small choices. Wake up on time, keep your word, manage your energy, and practice consistency. If you can't trust yourself to follow through, why should anyone else trust you? Think about Nelson Mandela. I know I've talked about him a lot lately. He didn't become a global symbol of leadership overnight. For 27 years in prison, he led himself. He practiced forgiveness when bitterness would have been easier. He disciplined his thoughts when despair could have overtaken him. By leading himself first, he became a man the world wanted to follow. That's the paradox of leadership. The world follows those who don't chase followers. They follow the ones who master themselves. Step two, lead with integrity, even when no one's watching. Integrity means alignment. Your actions match your values. Your private life matches your public image. If your values don't line up, people will notice. Integrity cannot be faked for long. So Abraham Lincoln once said, "I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true." During his presidency, Lincoln faced relentless criticism, but his leadership was rooted in character. He was willing to lose popularity if it meant staying true to his convictions. Lincoln's self-leadership created a strength that drew a divided nation toward him. Now, here's the hard part. Many people want the influence of leadership without the discipline of self-leadership. They want the credit without the character. They want the position without the process. The leadership without integrity always collapses. Step three, check yourself before you lead others. Ask, am I consistent in my words and in my actions? Do I manage my emotions well? Do I practice the behaviors I want to see in others? If the answer is no to any of these, then start with these three. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, to handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. She led herself with courage first, speaking up, learning, and growing before she could effectively use her influence to champion human rights and justice. Her ability to lead others began with her willingness to lead herself. So let's bring this home. Self-leadership is the foundation. It's not glamorous. It's not flashy. But when you lead yourself with integrity, you naturally draw others to your example. People trust you because you've been proven trustworthy. They follow you because you've shown you can follow through. Step four, create a leadership routine for yourself. Start your day with clarity. Decide what matters most. End your day with reflection. Ask yourself if you've lived with integrity. Hold yourself accountable. Track your promises and keep them. This is how you practice leading one, yourself. So Martin Luther King Jr. embodied this principle. Before he inspired millions, he committed himself to a life of discipline, study, prayer, and personal sacrifice. His speeches carried weight because his life carried integrity. He led himself first, and that's why his leadership still echoes through history. The truth is, leadership will always expose your character. If you lead without first leading yourself, the cracks will show. But if you lead yourself with consistency and integrity, your influence will expand naturally. Remember this: you can be a leader of none until you become a leader of one. When you master yourself, your habits, your words, your choices, you will become the kind of leader people are drawn to, not because of your title, but because of your character. So here's my challenge for you: pick one area of self leadership: your time, your words, your health, your integrity. Commit to leading yourself in that area with excellence for the next 7 days. At the end of the week, reflect: did I keep my word to myself? Did I lead me first? Because when you can trust yourself, others will trust you too. This has been At My Desk with me, Robert Martin, and the Pursuit of Purpose podcast. Lead yourself first, live with integrity, practice character, and watch as others are drawn to your example, because true leadership always begins with one. Thanks for allowing me to become a part of the pursuit of your purpose. We'll talk soon.